Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use this Beaver Dam template to record information about beaver dams from Google Imagery in QGIS. So first, let's add in our Google Imagery with the Open Layers plugin. And if you don't know how to do this, I have another video on it that you can use. So we'll add Google Satellite. Once again, just to make the point, we can't print or rotate these layers, but we can view them here in Google Earth. And I'm going to zoom in to a place in northern Utah where I know there are some beaver dams. Okay, so here's Logan. Here's Logan Canyon. Get my bearings here. Okay, here's Temple Fork. Here's Spawn Creek. Okay, and so what I'm going to do, let me pull up the internet. I'm going to download a link. And I'll post this in the video description. And this is going to be a template shapefile for QGIS. So I'm going to download this. And I'll just put it in my downloads. I got the 7-zip, save, show in folder, and then I'm just going to extract this. Okay, and now it should be down here in my folder, so it's going to be down template, and I have this shapefile. So I want to open this .shp in QGIS. So I'll pull QGIS back up. Click on this button here, add vector layer. I'm going to browse to that file, which I put in downloads, Beaver Dam template, and I want to open this .shp file, and I'm going to say open. And I'll say open. Okay. Now I've set this up so that the projection is the same for the Google Imagery WGS84 and also for the Beaver Dam template, which is also WGS84. Okay, so we can see I have some beaver dams down here, and we're going to go through how the shapefile works. One thing you may want to do when you use this is download this originally and then copy it and rename that copy. That way you can keep using it over and over again and just copy the template every time. I want to edit this file, so I'm going to click this yellow pencil up here. That's the edit button. And you'll notice that it gives me these options once I click on it. And this is going to be an add feature. This is a point feature class or point shapefile, so I'm going to click add feature. And I want to add, let's see, we'll start with this dam right here. I want to add this dam here. Okay? Well, you can see there are a few dams here. There's one here, and there's one here, and there are probably a couple over here. So I want to do this thing. I'm going to click on this one here, and what happens is it pops up these attributes. And we have dam type. So a secondary dam is a dam that does not have a lodge or a food cache. We have these options of primary or secondary. I'm going to choose secondary. This is evidence if it's a primary dam, and since it's not a primary dam, I'm just going to choose secondary. These other ones are evidence that it's a primary dam. We'll talk about those in a sec. First of all, secondary. The dam is not damaged. I can't tell that it's damaged, at least I'm going to say it's not damaged, and there's no evidence of damage. And you can see there are other options, and Connor's going to talk about these in a different video. But if the dam appears, if the dam appears damaged and the pond is partially drained, that's evidence the dam is damaged. Or if there's obvious damage to the dam itself, if the pond is completely drained, or if the pond appears to be partially drained and mostly covered with algae, then those are evidence that the pond is or the dam is damaged. Here, no evidence, and so we say OK, and you can see it's added a point right here. Now we'll go to this one. This is also what I would call a secondary dam. You might think that's a lodge. I've been to this pond. It's actually a tree that got flooded. So I'm going to mark that one. Once again, secondary, not damaged, no evidence of damage. Now I come to this one, I can see this big old Beaver lodge here. And so I'm going to click here. And the dam type I'm going to change to primary. And the evidence of the dam type, I'm going to say I can tell there's a lodge. Now you could also say this is a really big dam. It's larger than the secondary dams, and this dam extends out of the channel onto the floodplain. But the lodge is probably the best indicator. Size is your kind of your last option. If you know it's primary, you're very confident, but you don't see a lodge or a food cache. So I see a lodge. I don't see a food cache in this one, but a lodge is good enough. I don't see any evidence of damage. I'm going to say, okay, and it places that point there. Okay, so now I'm going to click this save. That saves all my edits. I can open up my attribute table here, pull it over here, and you can see it's specified these things in the table. If I want to change it, each of these has a drop down, and I can go in and change it again. And that is how you can use this template to update these things. Note, this template will not work in ArcMap, in ArcGIS. You can open this file into ArcMap. What will happen is these fields will have numbers. These secondaries will have the number 2, primary will have the number 1, and these will have corresponding numbers. And so you can still edit this in Arc, but you'll have to know what those numbers are, and you'll have to go back to those tables and find what the numbers are. And so do this in QGIS, please. It will make your life, it'll be pretty simple to do this in QGIS. You can just select those options we have for you. Okay, well, there you have it.